Inflation hitting a new 40-year high in the month of March. Americans especially getting hit hard at the grocery store. The price of items like dried beans, canned vegetables, flour, all up better than 10% from the same time just 1 year ago. Joining me right now is the president and CEO of Goya Foods, Bob Unanue.
We are on the precipice of a global food crisis. God created humanity. Humanity has created every way to destroy itself, from nuclear, biological, chemical. But now we've waged a war. We've weaponized food. In the Ukraine, between the Ukraine and Russia, they represent 50% of the world's production of fertilizer. 30% wheat, 20% corn, 2.5 million acres of sunflowers, other food and minerals. They also have sand for fracking, sand for glass. And, you know, they have, what Russia's doing with their land bridge, they're also cutting off the Ukraine to the sea. They've taken Mariupol pretty much. Odessa is left. If they cut off Odessa, then they basically landlock the Ukraine and they can't export. They can't either plant. Right now we're in the planting season in southeast Ukraine where all these products are grown. They've attacked irrigation systems. They've attacked train systems.
What are you seeing in terms of the cost? And do you think that things are going to get worse? So you're sitting there at Goya. You are have a front row seat. Do you think these prices go even higher later on this year? Let's start there.
The biggest component in food and anything is transportation. The transportation has skyrocketed because we've given up our independence. But, you know, when you have an unbalance in the food production, in 2008, the price of grains tripled. Why? Because we were planting corn for ethanol instead of rice and grains and other things. You know, the amount of sugar in corn to produce ethanol, it takes 3 gallons of fuel to make 5 gallons of ethanol. Whereas if you're not using sugar cane, which is much more higher sugar content. So, you know, but when you have an imbalance in the world production, 50% of fertilizer, that's, the farmers are paying double for fertilizer. They're planting less. The yields are going to be less. Their costs are going to go up. You know, with 30% of the world's wheat production, if that goes unplanted in the Ukraine and corn and other things, that we know our world is very it's a very tight balance. And if we interrupt the food production, we will have a food crisis. Prices will go through the roof.
Welcome back to Seed Time and Harvest. Today we're at Sister Jennifer's house. We're going to help her get a raised bed in. Have the plants that we're going to put in Sister Jennifer's garden. A lot of them we started from seeds, but we had to purchase some plants because the ones we have weren't big enough for transplanting. So we have a lot of beets, we have peppers, garlic, carrots, we have radish, squash, potatoes, beans, lettuce. We have some onions here. These are spinach, more lettuce, and peppers.
Show us the onions, we can't see it.
Onions are right here. And we have spinach, more lettuce. These are some bell peppers, beans, tomatoes, and eggplants. A kale and a broccoli plant right there. We have the parsley here. Cilantro right there. Is that cilantro right there? Yeah. No, those are carrots.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna set up this bed as a square foot garden bed so we can get the most out of it. So the length of this wood is 4 feet. So at every foot, we're gonna put a tack as a marker.
So you're gonna do this all the way around?
Correct. We've got our wood all measured out and tacked up. We're gonna use this piece of metal and we're gonna mark out our square foot. Okay. Got everything layered out. We're gonna use a string to mark out our square foot.
And what's the purpose of you putting it into squares like that?
With a square foot garden, you're able to maximize your bed in terms of usage. You can get the most out of it. Since it's just one bed we're doing, you want to be able to get the most out of it. So square foot garden is the best way to do that.
I guess we're gonna have a garden.
We just finished laying out the square footage of the garden. As you can see with the wire, we have 32 squares that we're able to grow in, and we're going to lay out our plan. So for 1 square we can put 1 tomato, we can put 4 lettuce and 1 potato per square. We can also add 4 parsley, 8 radish, 4 different types of peas. In each square we can add 1 cabbage, 2 kale, about 2 callaloo plants. In each square we can also have 16 carrots, 8 beets, 4 garlic, 4 onions. We're gonna go ahead and lay these out in our garden. We're layering out the garden in different sections, how we want the plants to go. Here we already have our beets, and then we have carrots. Next to the carrots we're gonna put more beets. We have garlic right here.
How do you know how many to put in each square?
We can put 8 beets per square. However, since beets bundle, we're gonna put more than 8. For the carrots, you can have 16 carrots per square. You can have 4 garlic per square, and onions as well. So we're just gonna layer it out.